There are few problems encountered on the war zones across the galaxy that can't be solved with the application of overwhelming firepower. These problems are often tasked to Aggressor Squads, the fire support specialists of the Space Marines. Since the introduction of the Primaris Space Marines during the Ultima founding, and Rabute Guilliman's reworking of the Codex Astartes following his return, Aggressor Squads have provided the forces of the Adeptus Astartes with powerful close-ranged fire support. Clad in suits of heavy Mark X Gravis armour, Aggressor Squads relentlessly advance upon the enemy as walking ceramite-plated strongpoints. Though not as agile as a tactical or intercessor squad, they are far more durable. Their reinforced Gravis armour allows them to wade through hails of firepower that would grind most infantry to a halt. This survivability is critical, as aggressors favour weapons suited for point-blank annihilation and lack the capability to engage in long-range gunfights. They must close upon their victims to bring their extreme firepower to bear, and the Gravis armour is well equipped to handle such a task, as most bullets and bioprojectiles will simply bounce from its surface. The shoulder pauldrons incorporate a thick second layer of reactive armour. The torso is clad in additional armour plates and has raised neck and head guards which vastly increase its protective potential. Aggressor Squads are a versatile unit, combining high volume firepower, durability, and counterpunch potential in assaults. They can be equipped to carry a pair of Boltstorm gauntlets, coupled with a shoulder-mounted Fragstorm grenade launcher. The underslung Boltstorm weapons can achieve high rates of fire, and are fitted with a belt feed mechanism to allow the aggressors to lay down a continuous hail of bolter rounds. The echoing roar of gunfire overlaps into a hellish thunder when multiple Aggressor Squads press forward as one, deafening and panicking the enemy in the brief moments before their inevitable demise. The volley of shots from these weapons is supplemented by salvos of grenades, fired from a Fragstorm grenade launcher, another excellent anti-personnel weapon. It propels arcs of thumping fragmentation capsules towards the enemy's ranks that explode with flesh-rending shards. The Fragstorm grenades can cover a wide area and combine well with the Boltstorm weapons at repelling vast hordes of enemies. The short-ranged efficiency of these devastating weapon systems is amplified even further when in the close confines of cityscapes or the cramped corridors of a fortress. Such concentrated firepower can make short work of lightly armoured troops who die in their hundreds in futile attempts to overwhelm the aggressors. If the enemy manages to endure and push through this withering firepower to reach engagement range, they are met with the sledgehammer blows of hard-swung power fists. Their tank-crushing grip can crumple armour and grind flesh to a pulp. The short-ranged ability of an Aggressor Squad is increased even further when their weapons are swapped out for a pair of Flamestorm gauntlets. The raised pauldron design of the Gravis armour offers some shielding against flame backlash, as these daunting weapons wreathe entire areas of the battlefield in blazing flame. They are perfect for flushing concealed enemies out of the cover of dense terrain, with the sweeping infernos engulfing everything in range. The harrowing screams of the aggressors' victims are soon silenced, as their charred corpses fall to the ground, leaving only trails of ash in their wake. A unit of aggressors is led by a sergeant, who acts as the squad leader, providing direction and guidance to their battle brothers. The unit will normally consist of between 2 and 5 additional aggressors. Despite their relatively small squad size, the overwhelming amount of firepower they can output more than outweighs their limited number. Units of aggressors form part of a Space Marine chapter's fire support element and provide essential covering fire to their battle line. They excel in siege warfare, striding into heavily defended breaches and securing vital ground for tactical and intercessor squads to capitalize on. When defending Imperial fortifications, bunker complexes, or even void ships, aggressors take full advantage of their survivability and firepower to blunt the momentum of an enemy offensive, while Allied forces rush to provide support. The aggressor's exceptional short-ranged firepower is often used to spearhead assaults through urban or dense jungle environments, where limited firing lanes and tightly packed terrain would render Space Marine tanks and Devastator squads ineffective. In open terrain, Aggressor squads can be paired with repulsor transports to provide mobile reserves of firepower, swiftly moving and repositioning them into the thick of battle. Aggressor squads have proven themselves to be a highly valuable and devastating force in the war zones across the galaxy. Many Space Marine chapters field aggressors to fulfill a number of vital strategic roles within their strike forces, and demand for additional suits of Gravis armor from the armories is constant. Chapters such as the Blood Angels favour highly mobile offensives, so it has proven more effective for their aggressor squads to be deployed in a defensive role. In this capacity, where there is a breach in the Blood Angels' lines, the aggressors stride forwards to pulverize the attacking force, holding the line and preventing any outflanking maneuvers. The Iron Hands were quick to adopt these new potent warriors into their forces, as witnessing the merciless destruction they can unleash and monumental kill ratio they can achieve made fielding units of aggressors a logical choice. The zealous warriors of the Black Templars prefer to advance relentlessly upon their enemies as opposed to engaging in long-range battles, and have had great success fielding aggressor squads alongside their Crusader squads to purge the heretics for their sins. Imperial Fists prize the Boltstorm variant of aggressors and field them in great numbers. The resilience provided by the reinforced Gravis armor makes them well suited for siege warfare. The Salamanders favour the Flamestorm gauntlets of these mighty warriors. Master artisans and experts of incineration technology, Salamander aggressors can wield Flamestorm gauntlets better than any other chapter. Like the fabled creatures of Nocturne from which the Salamanders earned their name, their inherent resistance to heat and mastery of flamecraft allows them to wade through roaring infernos unscathed, with their weapons, armour, and red eyes glowing fiercely. Although a relatively new addition to the Space Marine forces, aggressor squads have proven their worth many times over, and with the warp storms of the Great Rift gathering strength, and the minions of Chaos ever on the rise, it seems likely they will continue to do so many times more.